Hello, we are the 5th grade class from Chesterfield Day School, and this is our Green Souls Quest project. We chose to focus our project on reducing our school's energy consumption because we get our electricity from coal-burning power plants. Coal is a finite resource, and we will run out of it eventually. Plus, it pollutes the environment. It pollutes our rivers and streams where they dig the coal out of the ground. It also pollutes our air with carbon dioxide, which leads to climate change.
Some effects of climate change could be melting ice caps, droughts, increased wildfires, extreme flooding, intense storm systems like hurricanes and typhoons, and increased global temperatures. We're not sure exactly what effect that will have on the planet, but we know it will have great impacts around the world. For instance, spring has come 3 to 4 weeks early this year in the southeast United States.
We started our journey by learning about energy and its many forms. Then, we focused on electrical energy. We learned about its path of electrons flowing through a circuit. We learned about conductors, insulators, loads, switches, and resistors. We built circuits in parallel and series and learned the difference between the two. We took an expedition to the St. Louis Science Center where we learned about electrical grids and how we power homes and businesses in the United States. We also did some cool labs on energy transformations.
Next, we studied the difference between renewable energy sources like solar, wind, and hydropower. And we also studied non-renewable energy sources like coal, gas, and oil.
Then our Green Schools Quest mentor, Ralph Bickney, and his friend Pat Justice from Emory visited our classroom and taught us how to read our school's energy bills. We learned how we are charged based on the amount of kilowatt hours we use. We took the past year's energy bills from Chesterfield Day School and graphed how much kilowatt hours we used, how much we were charged, and looked at the seasonal differences to see how the changes throughout the year based on the outside temperatures. We completed an energy audit of our school and noticed that many teachers left their lights on when they were not in the room, or they left their smart boards on when they were not in use.
To increase awareness of our project, we created and hung posters around the school that showed how we extract coal from the ground and burn it in power plants in the path of electricity all the way from the coal to our houses. We also created flyers that we handed out at our school's carpool line. We created placards and hung them by every light switch in the schools to remind people to turn off the lights when leaving the room. Then we created a public service announcement that was shared with our entire school community. Here is our PSA.
Okay guys, let's go.
Stop! Turn off the lights!
Why?
Because you're wasting energy.
But it's just light.
Do you even know where the light comes from?
No. Where?
People digging coal and burning it at a power plant. Let's take a virtual expedition to see coal's journey from deep in the earth all the way to a coal-burning power plant.
Okay, let's go. Whoa.
This is a coal mine. This is where all the coal is dug out of the ground by miners.
Then what do they do?
A train transports the coal to a power plant.
I love trains.
The coal, which is chemical energy, gets burned, which transforms the chemical energy into thermal energy. That thermal energy heats water in a big tank. That water turns into steam, which is shot down a tunnel as motion energy. That motion energy spins a turbine, which in turn spins a generator. That turns that motion energy into electrical energy. So the electricity is shot into wires to your homes, schools, and businesses.
What's all that smoke coming from the power plant? Is there a fire?
Yes, there is, but that is just carbon dioxide and steam being shot from the power plant. That carbon dioxide is polluting the atmosphere, contributing to climate change, just for you to turn on the lights.
But what can I do about it?
You can start by making better energy choices. People's behavior is driven by information. Take a look at this feedback loop. Our class is trying to encourage students, teachers, and families to make better choices. To do that, we are going to give them information about the energy they use. We hope that this will give them options to reduce their consumptions. We are going to have a school-wide competition to reduce the amount of energy each class uses. We hope that this will create some peer pressure between classes because we researched that peer pressure actually helps people change their behavior. Our goal is that this will help students, teachers, and families make better choices.
Now I know to understand how choices are driven by information. Thanks for sharing this information with me. From now on, I will help save the environment by turning off the lights when we don't need them.
Now I will share some specific ways to you to reduce your energy consumptions and use less electricity. Number 1, turn off lights in any room not being used. Number 2, keep light bulbs dust-free. Dust in bulbs could be reducing your light output by 50%. Number 3, switch your light bulbs to CFLs or LEDs. Number 4, turn off all electrical devices when they are not in use. Number 5, turn off the air conditioning when on vacation or away from home for extended periods of time. Number 6, encourage your parents to invest in energy-efficient appliances or solar panels. Number 7, remind your friends and families to make good energy choices.
Thanks for sharing these tips with us. From now on, we will make smarter energy choices.
Yeah, thanks for helping us understand where energy comes from and why it's important to reduce it.
You're welcome. Good luck going green.
After the PSA we shared with the school community, we had a school-wide competition to try to reduce our energy consumption. Classes were judged on if they left their lights or smartboards on while the students were out of the room. We also removed half of the light bulbs from many of the light banks in the classroom. Through our efforts, we were able to reduce electrical energy consumption by 2,240 kilowatt hours for the month of February, and we saved $132.53 on our energy bill. A possible source of error was that the weather has been very warm this winter, and we were not using our heating as much.
Thank you for watching the video, and we hope you like the project.